Peace, 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 family. It's on as requested. The power couple, your favorite power couple, is in the building. The Amaris is in the house.
Yes. Woo-woo.
I don't want to fight. I don't want to argue. If we acknowledge the
Yes,
problem,
indeed. We're going to talk about love on this evening. I believe we qualify.
That's right.
I believe we qualify. We're going to talk about love on the day, family. We're going to talk about the blessing and unity. The blessing and unity with my queen, Amari.
A crowded room, don't be confused, ain't none there. Say all we needed was some tender love and care. They want you around, but you can love when you're not there.
That's right, baby.
You see, I promise I will never push you, never hit you. I will only love you. Promise that I got the tat and prove that there can never be another. Promise that I got your back and we would never let each other struggle. I honor that you got my back cause you was brain and baby, I'm the muscle, so I trust you. That's why I love you. You keep the devil beneath your feet, but God above you. Baby, that's why I trust you. That's why I love you.
Hey.
You keep the devil
Thanks, baby.
Shout out to others who left some things along the way, but not each other. Hey, my power couple, straight from the struggle. They lost some things along the way, but not each other. They gone. You can put the house in your name. I can put the lights in my name. You can put the gas in your name. Put the little weight in my name.
Now, why that brother want to take all the expensive stuff, put it in a woman name? We got to talk about that.
Talk about it, baby.
We're going to have to talk about it.
Our friends have separated, but we
You
still
better talk about it.
They talk down because they jealous. Move on is what they tell us. When the love is strong, get in your bone. It's known to be rebellious. All they needed was some tender love and care. Call on family for some and none there. Say all we needed was some tender love and care. You got that love and space, you keep it cause it's real. Anything you see, I promise I would never push you, never hit you, never disrespect you.
Yeah.
Promise that it's ever trauma, I'm the one that's coming to protect you. Promise that I got you back and if you ever feeling any pressure, I honor that you got me back cause we unstoppable when we together, so I trust you. That's why I love you. Yeah. You keep the devil beneath your feet, but God above you. Yeah, that's why I trust you. That's why I love you. You keep the devil beneath your feet, but God above you. They call us the power couple. Shout out to others.
Yes, indeed, family. So we thank you all for joining us on this evening.
Yes.
Again, it's yours truly, Amari
Amari.
in the building. That's right, the true power couple. We stepping up to the plate as requested. So many of us, you told us how much you love seeing us come on here together. And my queen initiated this. So you definitely in for a treat on this evening because y'all know, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know.
You're not gonna see me very often.
She like a ghost, baby. You know what I'm saying? I think the ghost of Christmas Eve done showed up on the night. You understand what I'm saying? We getting ready to dive in on tonight. What we want to do is just briefly talk to you about the blessing and unity. We want to talk about the blessing and unity. And the verse that comes to our mind is the first one that I put on the table. And see, look at that. Starting already, boy. You see, marriage will take patience. Let patience have its perfect work. I said I let patience have.
You're doing a good job, baby.
Yes, indeed.
Patience is having her perfect
Patience is having its perfect work. All right. The woman should know now. Put the phone on, you know. Yeah. But anyway, fam, you know, so the verse that comes to in all seriousness, the verse that comes to the mind is that the universe commands blessing where there is unity. Okay. And then the other verse, my queen, she brought it up. And that verse is 1
to chase 1,000
and 2
can put 10,000 to flight.
Yes, indeed. So we're going to talk about the empowerment of unity. Listen, a lot of you, again, you know, you celebrate us, you know, you give us kudos, and we greatly appreciate all the love. And we just want to tell you the reason why we are so blessed. Listen, whenever my queen has an idea, all right, what I do is I take in consideration what she says to me. All right. And the reason why I do this is because I pay attention to the gifting of my wife. Now, my wife has a gifting of a seer. Okay, for those who don't know, that's some may call it a prophet, prophetess, or whatsoever you choose to utilize in that regard. And you know, she's told me things, she's seen things, and those things has happened. Whether it's a dream, whether she had received a word in her spirit, told me things that was going to come, and it happened. Okay, so I would be a fool not to listen to the wisdom. Okay. And not to listen to her sharp discernment, you know, her intuition, and to not allow her gifting to help to guide us to where we need to go, because I trust in her sensitivity to the spiritual realm. Okay, to the spirit. Okay, the spirit guides us. She and I both. Okay, there's no, well, I'm the man, she's the woman. It don't work like that over here. Okay, we are equal, and we allow Olodumare, Yah, Allah, God, whatsoever language you like to utilize to label the creator as, okay, so be it. But we are paraclete. We walk alongside of one another, and we allow wisdom to lead us and to guide us. And because I allowed that to happen, the business has blossomed. Okay, the business has boomed. What I recognize, when I let my wife just do what she's gifted to do, we grow. We're blessed, sweetheart.
And I totally agree about the togetherness. You know, how could two walk together except they agree? And my husband himself, he's a leader, and he guides and things like that. And I allow him to be himself.
Hey, family.
You know, leading and guiding us all the way to where we need to be. But one thing about a leader also allows the people that are following them, which I walk side by side with them, to be themselves.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? There's no
right,
snuffing this person's talents out, or, you know, trying to establish yourself as far and above. You can't do that when you're in a couple or when you're in a relationship like that.
That's right. That's right. And it's very important to allow people giftings to flow. Okay, listen, all of us is familiar with Walmart. Now, I want to present something to you. We know that Walmart is an enormous franchise. Okay. And we know that there's no way that Sam Walton's children, okay, will be able to run all of those Walmarts. They cannot be the cashier, the stocker, the forklift driver, the truck driver. Okay, there's no way possible that they can run a successful business by trying to do everything.
Micromanaging.
Thank you, sweetheart. Micromanaging. Okay. Listen, we got to allow in a relationship one another to flow in your giftings. Okay. It is very fruitful. All right. When you allow people to operate in their giftings, and ultimately what you're doing is, when you don't allow that to happen, you are bringing stagnation into your own relationship.
Yes.
It cannot grow. You're suffocating. You literally killing your dream and your vision. Queen.
You know, it's to me, it's imperative to respect one another's gifting. You know, I can't do what he does. And he, just like he said, there's some things he had to pass off to me because that was my specialty. I truly believe that once the two get together, you know, like I always say, it's like rocket fuel. You can launch, you can go off. But if I'm snuffing him out and he's snuffing me out, there's a chance that we're not going to be going to excel to where we need to be, because we're so busy trying to snuff each other out.
That's right. Absolutely. And then also, with that being said, is you're bringing confusion in your house. It causes confusion. Okay? It's like that movie, and I know I may be older than some that's out there. I'm not that old now. Don't move too fast. You know, I be, and now see,
You know,
she don't want me to tell her age now. I'm gonna be nice.
Yeah, you don't went too far there. You don't went too far.
But you know, hey, look, next month I'll be 44 years old. And that movie, I don't know if some of you ever seen it, it's called War of the Roses. Okay, you know, you do not need that type of chaos in your life. Okay, and ultimately that's what you're welcoming into your home. You're welcoming chaos in there. And remember, whatsoever you invite is what's going to reside inside of there. Okay, so again, as we mentioned that verse, that one can chase 1,000 to flight, two can push 10,000 to flight, right? So with that being said, you can do more. You can do more. Together. So thank you. Together. Okay, team. Together, everyone accomplishes more. That's not just a cliche. We live by this literally like every day. Okay, now what happens is my wife, she's the administrator side of the business. Okay, you know, my wife, she processes the orders, she does the research and things of that nature. We both look up things and whatnot.
I'm the boss.
Like I said.
I put on my boss hat every day.
She the boss of herself. All right. She already know it don't work like that right here.
Okay, go ahead.
The boss of you. Yes, indeed. But I'm telling you, man, you know, and now she does that. You know what I'm saying? Now, it would be chaotic if she tried to do everything. It just would not work well. The reason why the business goes so smooth is because she knows her role. I know my role, and I don't step outside of my lane.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? My strength is her weakness. Her weakness is my strength.
Absolutely.
And we lean on each other's strength. And that's the reason why our relationship is so strong, because we balance each other out.
Absolutely. And when you, what we're going to talk about the business, I'm going to talk about the business for a minute in regards to El Cabaline Lifestyle. A lot of you have purchased from elcabalineLife.com, and we truly appreciate it. We've been quite busy with that. Being that this is the business is just not one-sided, where, like he said, my weaknesses are his strength. He is the type that can get out and he can market, and he could, go and do the videos, and he's good at packing. I think that's something that you were over when you were in the military or something like that.
Yes.
But
that was my job, preservation and packaging and packing specialist.
Right. And what I do in El Cabaline Lifestyle is something that I've done, previously in my career. You see, so I can't see myself taking over his duties. We can share the duties, but I can't see myself just taking over all this stuff that I know he's good at. I would be exhausted. So I do stay in my lane and he stays in his. And what that does is it causes things to come together. So this one thing that we call business can go on, and it can be fueled by what he has to offer and what I have to offer.
And so with that being said, this is the blessing and unity. It's not long. We just wanted to come on here and just to give you a relationship, Jew. Okay. And she says she's not done. So I'm gonna allow her to continue to share her part that she has, that she wants to share, because she says she's not done.
I just want to acknowledge those that are out there that took the time to listen to us. We have Kia McLean, Peace Queen. She says, "Good evening, Enlightened Souls." I have my niece, Cammie. Hey, Cammie. And we have the lovely Tisha Beneman. Look at those beautiful smiles. Thank you, Tisha. And she did make a valid point. Where you find unity, you find strength. You know, and then so Glenda said you complement each other. And you have Kia, she says, purpose partners. And that is absolutely true. Even in the community, where there's unity, there's strength. There's always someone trying to show division and discord amongst those that need to be unified, because there is a lot of power in unity. Whether it just be a spouse, or whether it's unity in your children, or unity in the community, where there's a united front, there can be progress. I know that there was one story in the Bible that talked about how everybody was on one accord. They spoke one language, and they began to build a tower that almost reached the sky. And that's the same thing here. If you're all on one accord and you begin to build, you can build to reach the sky.
That's right.
So, and then not only that, there was Nehemiah.
That's
he was
right.
on the wall.
He built the wall.
You know what I'm saying? And he was working with other people to build this wall, but because someone was trying to sow division and cause him to come off the wall.
That's right.
Yeah, they were trying to cause division and cause him to come off the wall. But if you don't adhere to division and you stay unified, you can build what you need to build.
That's right. And the kingdom divided can't stand. A kingdom divided cannot stand. But united, we can.
Absolutely.
And if you notice, the reason why we don't get anywhere is because a lot of us don't work together.
Right.
We're working against rather than together. And the division is causing complete chaos. When you have brothers fighting against brothers and sisters fighting against sisters, the men fighting against the women fighting against the men. The problem is we need to get to the root of the problem. Each gender has its own issues. And what we need to do is find out what those issues are and come together and mitigate those issues. Okay? She and I, we don't compete with each other. That's another thing. We don't compete.
The same team.
Exactly. You know, we don't, there's no competition between she and I. Also, there's no jealousy. There's no jealousy. I'm not jealous of the gifting that my queen has. Vice versa.
Absolutely.
There's no friction between she and I. You know, like the African proverb says, that if you want to go fast, you go by yourself. But if you want to go further, you go together.
Absolutely.
You go together.
Go together.
Listen, understand, this is not a tennis lifestyle. Family is not a tennis lifestyle. It is not. It's not an individual thing. Okay? It's a team situation. Okay? I've never seen a championship won in the NFL or the NBA by one person. I've never seen one person go on the court and play against the whole team. I've never seen that. Okay? Family is just like the NFL and the NBA. Just keep that in mind. It's a unified front.
Absolutely.
A unified front. There you go. We on the same team. Okay? And you have a point guard. You have a forward. Okay? When it comes to, you know, basketball, you know, football, you have the quarterback, you have the running back, you have the defensive end, you have the offense, you have the nose tackle. Everybody has to play their part. But listen, what we cannot do, we cannot take the position of a goalie. And what does a goalie do? A goalie tries to stop you from scoring, from making the goal.
That's right.
You understand? See, we got to get the goalies out of the way. No. See, you're holding things up. You're holding things up because you want to try to do everything yourself. You know what I'm saying? No, you got to let go so that things can flow. You got to let go so that things can flow. Queen, you have anything else, baby?
No, that's about it.
Okay,
I'm
family.
just happy for the opportunity to be able to come on tonight to just say hello to everyone and to see some that I haven't seen before. We will be back at another time. If you have any topics of discussion that you think that you want us to talk about or anything like that, you can inbox it to us and we'll be over some things. I just felt real passionate about, the togetherness. There's so much going on in the world today that there's a lot of confusion because of the division. And family, we really, really need to stick together as husband and wives, as communities out in the community, as, just family. We have got to stick together. We have got to unify and take care of one another.
That's right. It's imperative. And I want to send a shout out to our cousin, Prince Cortez, in the building. We appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much for your love and support, your continued love and support. We greatly appreciate you, cousin. We love you, man.
What do you say? Try going to McDonald's and the Burger King's dressed in a Burger King uniform. Wrong job.
Yes, sir. That's the wrong uniform, bruh. Wrong uniform. You definitely right about that, fam. So we tuning out. The Queen and I, we thank everybody
for tuning in.
For tuning in.
Don't be confused, ain't none there. Say all we needed was some tender love and care. They want you around, but you feel love when you not there. Oh, it ain't fair, you see. I promise I would never push you, never hit you. I would only love.
She ain't know the words. She ain't know the words. Hey, love y'all, family. Have a blessed one. We appreciate y'all. Thank everybody for tuning in. And we are the Amaris.
Yes.
You keep the devil beneath your feet, but God above you. Baby, that's why I trust you.